It's Captain Kenny Kramer with Texas Fishing Tips. This is your weekly fishing report. This week the redfish have started wanting to play a little more. They've been back up here in the shallow water, coming back behind islands 1, 2, 3, and 4. All back up in these little islands, all back up here in the shallow water. You know, you just kind of bounce around using 3-odd kill hook with a Carolina rig or a knocker rig, cut Manhattan, mullet, or if you're out trout fishing, catch some skipjack, chop it up, throw it out there as well. You can come and hit all these little islands back over in here, run down this old terminal. All in here is good fishing. You can also come back around, all back in California Hole, all back in Estes. If you drift all of this back in here, there is some trout. Not a lot of keepers, but you know, you can catch a few. Since you're back over in here, you can bounce all this backside back up in here, back on trailer, come back around, big cut, all back up in here. It's been good. Get done with there. You can run out big cut. All this shoreline back out in here. It's been good for trout and reds, drum, all back in there. The drum are using dead shrimp. Trout, we're using croaker, free line, 3-odd kill hook, throwing up, you know, about 3 or 4 foot of water towards the shoreline. Been producing pretty good. You can also run back over here in quarantine if you're looking for some good redfish bait. This past week, there's been a big school of skipjack out here. Been watching the birds work it. They've been, you know, you can have a good time. The other day we caught 40 skipjack, throwing pretty much anything. You know, we ran out of croaker and started throwing some DOAs and, you know, spoons and stuff like that, and they were biting on it as well. All up this shoreline here, all the way to in the Lydian, all the way up to the lighthouse. There's still been a few trout back up in here. Free line croaker has been the ticket. Get done there if you want to run out here and the weather's right on the north jetty and the south jetty. There's been some slot reds, some bull reds, all out in here. You know, it's that time of year. We got fish coming in, so get out there and get them. Back up here in Brown and Root Flats as well this time of year. If you got a skinny water boat, you can get up here and work all of this. All out in here, you know, hit the sand pockets. You know, you can work the edges back up in here. Come down, work back up in here. It's pretty skinny. Watch your tides. You know, some days we got plenty of water. Some days it's a little sketchy depending on your boat. All these islands back over here by the wide channel, you can jump back over in here. It gets pretty shallow back in here, but this time of year, really good place to check for redfish. You can run out here, get out here on Ransom, on these rocks, trout, find some mangrove snapper out in there. Just work your way around the shoreline, hit those rocks. You will pick up a few mangrove snapper and just keep on working this shoreline down. There's trout all out in here. Get over here into Sunray, same kind of thing. You know, back here behind these islands, all back in here. Redfish back in here. Just anchor up and throw up tight. It's been working. You can get there, you can bounce around, come back over in here, work all the way back up to George Clark's hole. If the tide is low, you can jump back in this hole right here, and there has been some drum back up in here. Dead shrimp, live shrimp, just work your way around in there, you're sure to find them. Find yourself over here in the East Flats area. This whole East Flats in here, this whole area back in here, if you work around there, check the sand pockets out, and just kind of bounce around with your trolling motor. There's reds all back up in here. A few drum up and along right in this little area. You can also bounce, come back in this little flat right in here. Will produce good redfish. Just check all your sand pockets out. Cut mullet has been the ticket, or some finger mullet. Just keep bouncing around. You don't get nothing. Just 15 minutes or so. Just find you a new spot. Just keep trolling around in there. You'll find them. If you find yourself out here in Corpus Christi Bay, come over here in Nueces Bridge. Work this structure along this bridge right down here. It's been some really good trout, a lot of overs. You will pick up your limit using either piggies or croaker. I've been free lining them back up in here. Just be careful. There is a lot of structure back up in here. Just work that whole front area. There's also some drum in there as well. Just be careful and watch where you're going. Get out there. You can also hit all these wells that are out in here. You don't get nothing on one. Kind of troll around it. Hit both sides of it on the corners, and just bounce from little well to well to well to well. There is trout out here, and we've been picking up good limits, good solid fish out here as well. Get done there. If you get all your trout, you can come over here and hit these rocks. Just work your way all the way around those rocks. Work your way down. There's some mangroves. Any rocks that you see, like around the shoreline and stuff. Any good structure there. This time of year, you will find some mangroves. We've been using dead shrimp. The bigger ones have been coming off a croaker. But you're sure to find a mess of them if you find you some good structure and rocks. Until next week, thank you all very much, and have a safe trip.